It is the Riot Podcast. Good day. Welcome to National Chicken Wing Day.
That is right. I forgot. Since the moment we talked about it this morning, I completely forgot about it.
Well, it's very forgettable because, as you'll hear in just a moment, it's the first thing we talk about also in the podcast.
It's not a lot driving Chicken Wing Day.
No, there's a shortage, which could be attributed some of the blame for this, but generally it's just not a lot of deals at all.
Well, it makes me want to go to Costco. I make my own chicken wings, and I love doing it. It's a little bit more effort than maybe I feel like today.
Yeah.
But I get what's called the party wings at Costco. And they're the same price as they've always been, but there's less wings in the bags.
Oh,
so I think
that's how they get
you know, chicken wings are just being affected by things.
Yeah.
But no matter how you celebrate, Chicken Wing Day is today.
And you don't have to be having people over for it to be a wing party.
That's right. I have my own party wings.
Yeah, it's your own party, and you can have chicken wings when you want to. Also in the show today, there's some talk about Isaiah, Mr. News and Traffic, as he is now called.
He's our producer.
He is not a coffee drinker, but he tried drinking coffee today, and so the whole story of that from beginning to end is very entertaining. Let's see. We also have Nikki's new cat name.
Yeah,
we've all been waiting to find out what that was.
Name has been unveiled.
We didn't. I didn't think about it enough to remember to ask the last couple days, but finally today I got around to it.
There you go. The cat will be happy.
And we talk about the new trend in milk.
That's it. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, focus on wings, less on the milk that we'll tell you about.
When is the new milk day coming up? The new celebration of that.
Well, enjoy the podcast. Don't forget, if you want to check out, if you haven't caught on to our virtual Radio U 5K, that is something that we're having that Hudson and I are going to be virtually participating in. So if you want to check out and help support our Riot podcast and Radio U, grab a medal for it, grab a shirt. If you go to radiou.com/5K, there's still a chance to join virtually.
Yeah, you haven't heard about it. It hasn't made it into the podcast as far as I know, but I am planning on doing the lawnmower 5K,
which
just to be clear, I don't have a riding mower.
Yeah.
I'm going to be pushing the mower, and I'm going to keep track of my 5K time while I do that.
No cheating.
And
actually, your 5 it'll be harder because you're pushing something.
Yeah, and it'll be very slow, probably. So, but that's fine. You can shave off some of your time. Fast,
no one's looking.
Shave off my time. Shaving off the grass.
That's right. You get to take some of it off.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. Keep an eye out for that on social media. I'm sure I'll post on the Radio U Riot Facebook page.
That's right. Well, guys, enjoy the podcast today. As always, thank you so much for choosing our podcast.
Of course.
And thank you for listening.
And make sure you rate, review, subscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe.
Subscribe again,
and just keep doing the unsubscribe, resubscribe loop as much as you can.
Push it up.
It is the Riot.
Bye, guys.
The equivalent of someone's lint collection. This is the Worst of the Riot Podcast.
It is National Chicken Wing Day. Chicken wing.
I love chicken wings. We were talking off air that there's probably nothing going on today.
Yeah.
Chicken wings are still one of the 2021 items, Hudson, that are hard to find.
They're on the list.
And if you find them, they're more expensive and they don't have extra to just get wing deals with.
Yeah. And then the real sign was when Wingstop switched to being Thigh Stop because they're just we can make more money and have a better, more consistent stream of chicken being in the building if we're Thigh Stop.
If it's thighs and not wings.
And everybody else will just have to adjust.
Well, I feel like the holiday needs to adjust then too. So maybe it's not Chicken Wing Day, but it's Chicken Other Parts Day.
Hey, you still have to celebrate the chicken wing once a year, even if there's a shortage.
Yeah, that's too bad.
One day we'll just be commemorating the chicken wing. We won't be able to get it anymore, but this will be our day to look back fondly and remember the cheapest part of what used to be the cheapest part of the chicken.
The chicken is now the hardest to find.
Yeah.
Is there any deals or any free things? Or buy one basket of wings on the app and I get, an extra wing free. It's is that all we're getting today?
That's about what it is. Let's see. If you order delivery through the 7-Eleven app.
Oh, 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven delivery?
That's
a big sentence I never thought existed.
It's buy one, get one, 5-count bone-in wings. They have wings?
Yeah, so I guess they do.
Hudson, they're like, that's 10 classic bone-in wings delivered for the price of 5.
Sheesh. This is supposed to be a news story. It sounds like it was written by 7-Eleven.
Oh, that's bad.
You can choose between spicy, regular, and buffalo.
I also just feel bad when it's only delivery because they're like, please don't come in.
Yeah.
Please don't see what we're giving you.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of places are doing that now. Either they don't want you to spread your virus, or they don't want you to see behind the curtain.
Buffalo Wild Wings is doing a BOGO deal on boneless wings.
Yeah, but
so that's that.
Anybody who is a Buffalo Wings aficionado knows they do this every Thursday. It's not even a special deal. It's just every Thursday. It's buy one, get one free.
Oh, you mean they're
wings.
Cheating on that?
They should not be included in this article. They do this every week.
Well, Thigh Stop is doing which is Wingstop's virtual restaurant concept. They're doing 2 free bone-in thighs with any purchase.
So you order 1 wing and then you get 2 thighs. That's a meal.
I think that's it.
That's probably the best deal on the list, to be honest with you.
I feel like you need to go and get your own wings somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean, you know how it is. You could get one of these deals, which aren't very exciting, or if you really want to save money, you could just go buy the frozen chicken wings at your local grocer.
And be very free with the sauce and just pour it all over it.
Do it all how you want. Yeah. You don't have to worry. Although I do know people that will say the thing about chicken wings is you need to have the ranch from the restaurant because ranch at home isn't the same. So you just go buy some ranch. Just go buy a bunch of sides of ranch, and that'll make you happy.
Yeah, you can ask for that because that's not as in demand. I'm sure they will be happy to sell you some.
Since people can't order wings, there's no reason for them to have ranch, so you can just get it.
You're like, I'd like to buy 1 thigh and 10 things of ranch.
Yeah, they have a ranch surplus.
Yeah,
they
don't
pass
mind.
up on you.
We've done you a favor by selecting the best of the worst and compiling it all in one place. Riot Podcast Radio U.
He seems different today.
Well, I think we're already taking a toll on him.
I'm hurting a little bit this morning.
Yeah.
I woke up after what feels like a grind of a week.
Yeah.
Been waking up a lot earlier.
It's not even Friday yet, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. But I was feeling really tired this morning, so I did something I never do.
Yeah.
I got a cup of coffee.
Where's your Gatorade at?
I have my Gatorade.
Okay, because he always has a Gatorade each morning.
He gets the Gatorade chaser, I think, today.
Yeah, I get the Gatorade. Yeah, literally. But I woke up this morning feeling extra tired, so I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. Even though I'm a part of the huge minority that doesn't drink coffee at all.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I go to the Tim Hortons drive-thru. I said, I'm going to do it. The only coffee I can do, though, is like a French vanilla cappuccino.
Oh.
So I order it in the drive-thru.
That's like how I used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you'll get converted.
So I order it in the drive-thru, and I pull up to the window, and I'm waiting there for like an abnormally long time.
Yeah.
And she comes over to me and says, there's no French vanilla cappuccino right now.
Oh, no.
And the worst part was, I would have been fine just driving away.
Yeah.
But she was like, do you have another option? And of course,
You should have just said no and sped off.
I couldn't even name another thing on the menu.
Because it's just not in your wheelhouse.
At all. So I asked her.
How about instead of a coffee, can I have a donut? Yeah.
No, I think that's cheaper.
How about just a big glass of milk this morning? Oh man.
Gosh,
Just
got a lot
glass
of
of
beverage
milk.
growing.
Yeah, but I say, what would you suggest? And so she leads off with like some ice cold brew. I don't even know. And I was like, do you have something that's like
The most
hot?
expensive thing on the menu.
Yeah, exactly. And so she's like, do you have something that's hot? And I didn't have any idea. She's like, all right, we'll just do this. She doesn't even tell me what it is.
Yeah.
I take it. And I'm probably a tough person, like give a cup of coffee to him. Like, this might taste good. It probably tastes great. But for me, it tastes terrible.
Like it? Oh, no. Did you try pouring your Gatorade in it?
I didn't. I haven't done the mixture yet, but I'm trying to like force myself through it. But I can't complain because she gave it to me for free.
Oh, that's
There you go.
nice.
That's a nice Tim Hortons you got there.
Exactly. She was worried I wasn't going to like it because I was going to pay, and then she was like, no, you might not like it. And she was right.
Well, here we always Chris is here too today. Chris made some wicked coffee yesterday, man. That was some tough stuff. So why don't we ask Chris or Hudson to make the lighter cookie coffee?
That'd be incredible.
So then that way it's just easier on your stomach and it's just a little bit lighter of a taste.
You can do the Nikki route and take that coffee that you have, whatever it is, and go dump the entire thing of coffee made into it in the other room, and it'll just taste like, it's pretty close to tasting like milk at that point.
Well, yeah,
right?
I don't want the coffee. I want the mate.
Yeah.
So you just start drinking that.
Give me the coffee, mate.
Well, don't do when you come in, let's start getting you on the stuff we have here.
The good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't mind some free Tim Hortons. So if you want,
you got to go order wrong. You got to go pretend you don't know anything about it. When you go through, you're like, "What's that?"
You have to get the pity. The pity is the way to go. This guy has no idea what he's doing.
Just start off your order going, "I don't know anything about this, but what would you suggest?"
Hey, the thing I want you're out of, I don't know what it is, but I know you don't have it. Can you give me something for free?
We would say rate and review the podcast. But let's be honest, that would probably hurt more than hell. The Worst of the Riot podcast.
It's time to get down to the brass tacks of how we're treating our dogs.
All right, I guess.
I've got a survey here. It was commissioned by Now Fresh, which is, I guess, a dog food company.
Oh, is it like a home delivery one?
Yeah, sure makes it sound like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, just the now part.
I don't know if it's actually, I think it's just really expensive dog food. I'm looking at their website. It looks like they just sell big bags of dog food. It's not even like home delivery.
It's a box service.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a box one too.
Well, then
at least I think so.
I think that explains that maybe some of the responses in this survey that they commissioned. So it was conducted by OnePoll, so it's a real survey. Mm-hmm. But here are some of their findings. 79% of people, of pet parents, read the ingredients in their dog's food before buying it.
Sure.
You believe that?
Yeah, I think
79%.
So. Yeah, I think so. In the beginning, I mean, it's not like you're changing it up. That's a one-time thing.
You pick up the bag or whatever, and
with
you
your puppy.
Yeah.
And you decide what you're going to get and what will be their food. And yeah, absolutely.
So what ingredients are in your dog's food?
Well, that's an Eric thing. And I trust Kirkland with my dogs. So Kirkland is a vote for dog food.
So 50% of Nikki's family reads the dog.
reads it, yeah. Well, I know they always say a lot of dog food is super bad.
Yeah. Because I think it's mostly like cornmeal or something.
Well, I think you're lucky if it's that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to nicely describe what
horse.
it might be. Well, that's an international.
You want to make sure that there's no horse listed, at least.
Oh, geez, that would be bad too. What's the mystery stuff in there?
Yeah. So also 2 in 3 Americans admit, I think it's funny they put it that, admit like it's some secret, they've cooked a special meal for their dog.
Aww. Yeah.
Have you done that?
I have.
You've cooked for your dog?
Cooking is a strong word there. But if it's a special occasion, they get their doggy food. Sometimes I'll put ranch, they'll get some sauces in it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they even get a little cat food sprinkled on top. If it's a really big day, they get a little treat.
Ooh.
A little something.
You mean the cat food, the wet cat food?
No,
or?
just the dry cat food, because they're always so curious. That? They're very curious what the cat eats.
Yeah.
And they're like, why don't we get it? So they get a little tiny little thing that they've been craving.
Would you say that's something you do for their birthday after coming home from a long trip, or on their adoption anniversary?
Their adoption anniversary and their birthday. Oh, I'm such a dog mom.
Yeah, because it's funny.
I do more than my own birthday.
I'm reading all this survey and I'm like, I believe people do it, but it can't be that high. But then I talk to you and it sounds like it is that many people that do it.
It's a holiday.
Yeah. Their birthday is a holiday.
Yeah, it is. I have it on my phone. I get a reminder. Oh my gosh, I get a reminder a few days before.
Well, you have to prepare.
I do. I got to get their
put up the
food ready.
decorations and everything.
So I don't. If anybody
invite their friends over,
is listening, not because of COVID, but no. If anybody else is like, oh, I do that too. We're all in the same doggy boat.
Yeah, except me. I mean, I love my dog, but I've
you
never.
Don't do any of that?
I don't know when her birthday is. I vaguely remember what her adoption anniversary would be. But I've never cooked. We've never cooked anything specifically for her.
Not anything extra?
We are very generous in when we make food for ourselves. And maybe this is what people mean when they say they cook a special meal for their dogs. If you cook something for yourself, you cook a little extra, or you have leftovers, and instead of putting the leftovers away, you just give them to the dog.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you know that she will really enjoy it. Probably more than the way she looks. It's always like she's going to enjoy it more than we did, even if the food is really good.
And that's what we're here for, just to make their life a little better.
We also found out 6 in 10 dog owners admit they care about their pets so much they consider themselves helicopter parents.
Probably.
Well, when you're home, with COVID, when you're home all the time, you're kind of forced to be.
That's true.
What else are you supposed to do?
Well, I guess this kind of works because when my dogs go to doggy camp a lot, because, they want stuff to do during the day. They can't stay at home every day. And I always ask, how they do. I want to make sure they behaved. I'm just like, it's just my dogs.
Do we need to have a talk with them?
I don't know, but I just want to make sure they're being good.
You might want to. We had a little issue with Cinnamon today.
I want to review, a report.
She didn't want to. Is Cinnamon a boy or a girl?
She's a girl.
She didn't want to share.
You might be thinking that this won't be quite as bad the second time around. Well, you'd be greatly mistaken. You're listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Yesterday, Nikki and I had a little conversation about the word robot.
It's robot, and you have heard the word robot from Futurama.
I have.
And you tried to play it off like it's Hungarian or something, or international.
Nikki, there's a good reason that I'm bringing it up.
Why? Did you find a country where they actually say robot?
Not only did I find a country,
what?
I found...
Don't tell me Canada. It's not a Canadian thing.
I found at least one article that indicates that I am correct in pronouncing it robot.
You spent time on this yesterday.
Well, I happened to look it up.
You did.
And it wasn't so hard to find something that backed up my opinion.
Well, yeah, because it's the internet and there's always something. But we are not pronouncing robot wrong. Even though in this one article from October of 2017, they say that we are.
3 years ago, we should have all taken the cue that we needed to change how we say it to align with what is actually correct. And we've still not made the change. So I'm just doing my little part to start to get the world on track that is pronounced robot and not robot.
Well, why do they say it's it at the end?
Why is it robot? Because, I'll give you kind of the thought process of the person who discovered that we were saying it wrong.
I think might be a relative of yours who wrote this article.
Well, they said they were watching old episodes of The Twilight Zone and the original Twilight Zone. And in The Twilight Zone, they were saying it the way I say it, which is robot. And so they started looking why was it robot at that time? And what they went on to find is the first mention of robot, really, the term was coined in the 1920s by a Czechoslovakian playwright.
Hey.
Czechoslovakia, not so far from Hungary, which is where the country I threw out there.
Yeah, but you made it seem like that's just it's common.
It's just a dialect.
Yeah, it's just
or something.
It's just their version of it.
So in the 1920s, the playwright, he wrote a play, he coined the term robot, and then the play was made into a movie a few years later. And in that movie, that is the real first mention of robot in film or TV. Or anything like that. And in Czechoslovakia, in this film, which you can actually see on YouTube.
Oh, then it must be right.
Geibel Sensaci.
From 1935.
From 1935. They're speaking Czechoslovakian, but they're calling it robot.
Hey, we've watched weirder things on YouTube, so I don't think this is the weirdest. They're saying that from the original Twilight Zone, they also had it sound more like robot.
Yes, that's how that's how this person came across the idea of wait, the Twilight Zone was it's reputable, you know? And that was early on in the age of robots. So why were they saying it like that?
Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to click out of the article.
You are?
I'm not going to accept it.
Don't you want to know why the pronunciation of robot got screwed up and why we're now saying it wrong?
Can't we just leave it as a mystery?
Later? No, I have an answer. I really want to. Okay. I really want to tell you.
Go ahead and tell me.
Well, if you go back through history again, as after 1935 and leading up to the Twilight Zone, they always said robot, but then the first mention of somebody saying robot that this person could find was Perry Como and Anne Francis, who are old-time actors, and that was in what year? Was that 1956? They said robot in a little skit that they did on some variety show.
And it took off from there?
Yeah, so Anne Francis mispronounced it, and now everybody says robot because of Anne Francis instead of robot like we should be saying.
Like the Twilight Zone.
Like the Twilight Zone.
Hudson.
Hey, if anybody knows how to pronounce robot, it would be the Twilight Zone.
Well, now we all know about it, don't we?
We're all doing a disservice to Carol Chapek, which I'm probably mispronouncing that but he's the playwright. Yeah, we're doing him a disservice.
Oh, that's too bad, isn't it?
I'm going to continue to say robot in his honor.
Think of it as athleisure for your ears. Radio U's Worst of the Riot podcast.
All right, I've got a chance for us to get ahead of the trends here in the United States.
Yeah.
With potato milk.
So we've done oat milk. That
almond.
Had its heyday. Almond milk.
Soy.
Milk.
Regular old milk. Isaiah the newsman's favorite.
He loves that the most.
Yeah.
There's like every other nut milk, cashew one.
Yep.
That's good. But what's the potato milk?
Potato milk
What do you do with that?
Well, here's the good news about potato milk. It's the new vegan, allergy-free option. Basically, potato milk is supposed to be the best out of all of them because if you care about like the environment, it uses less water than almond milk.
Oh, gosh.
It uses
they found a way for almond milk to be bad. Like, I know some of us are in drought areas, but I don't know if almond milk
We need to conserve water with potato milk.
I don't know.
It uses half the land of oat milk because you have to grow the oats, and it produces less CO2 than dairy farming. So, and it's like animal product free, so it's gluten free and
nut free.
It's allergy free. Nobody's allergic to potatoes.
Well, someone probably is.
So
I thought we weren't supposed to. I just get confused. Am I supposed to have potatoes? If not, can I have potato milk?
Well, this isn't having potatoes. It's just the milk.
You don't know, Hudson. You don't know what's in there.
Get the potatoes, nipples, and you just. So you're not actually consuming the potato.
Ever look at that? Let's see.
But you can't. Okay, first of all, you can't buy it in the U.S. yet.
It's
so
mostly
this is
European.
How we're going to get ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Because we're going to start making it ourselves, and we could just start a potato milk company.
It's a Swedish company. There's also shipping online to the UK. Yep. It's launched in China. It's got expansion across Europe planned for the coming months. If you want to have potato milk.
Yes, that brand is called Doug. Supposedly, there was a vegetable company in the U.S. I've never heard of them, but they made news because they did have potato milk a while ago, but they went out of business. Oh, wow. So maybe it's not such a good business idea.
We weren't ready yet. But you can do 5-ingredient potato milk. You need water, potato, salt, vanilla. You're still using almonds. And honey or maple syrup to sweeten it.
Actually, yeah, it still takes the almond, doesn't it?
I still see water in there. Yeah. I'm confused.
Who wrote this article? The potato company?
So you basically peel and boil the potatoes, take the cooking water, potato, vanilla, almond, and the honey and blend it for 5 minutes. Strain it through a tea towel or a cheesecloth. Mm-hmm. We all have that, don't we? And you have to use an old shirt. I don't have any of this stuff.
Well, you don't want the skin in there, the potato skins.
And then you can try potato milk if that sounds good.
Or you can find a way to buy it from this company, like get it. They only sell it in the UK and Sweden and China, but you can just buy it from there. I'm sure you can find it somehow. You can get it. It comes in 3 varieties.
Yeah, great.
Baked, mashed, au gratin.
All of it. I want scalloped potato milk.
Yeah, this would probably be
really
good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
There's no fresh by date because it was spoiled when they made it. Worst of the Riot. Radio U.
A question emerged.
Yeah.
From a few listeners who were trying to get to know you, Isaiah.
Yeah.
And they wanted to know, when you join the Riot, that's a join for Christmas. So, we're totally into Christmas, even in July. So everybody wanted to know what your thoughts are about the holidays. Do you like Christmas?
I feel like if you answer that with a no, you might as well just kick me off the show.
Yeah.
No way. Hudson.
I like Christmas at the proper time. I like it in the proper time and the proper doses.
I think you have to play up that you like Christmas more now that you're on the show. You need to.
Yeah,
I can do it for
fitting in.
I'm good for any time. Are you like a after Thanksgiving you can start to celebrate Christmas, or even can you celebrate before that?
I think after Halloween is okay. You can let it creep in. I don't go full Christmas music before Thanksgiving. I'll just dabble a little bit but then by the time you get closer to Christmas, I feel that I'm tired of it. So you have the little dose in July, a slight bit before Thanksgiving, and then you go full in after Thanksgiving.
See, everybody else, come September, they're all ready.
They're ready.
Trees are up and they're ready to go. So we do have our Radio U Christmas in July channel, and that's only up for a few more days. Through this weekend, if you want to check out our Radio U Christmas songs. But when people were asking about it, there is one sort of controversy when it comes to our Radio U Christmas music, and that's this song called His Favorite Christmas Story by Capital Lights.
Are you familiar?
I am not.
There's no in between. People love this song or they despise the song. And everybody wants to know which side of the song will you land at.
So let's just do this. Let's just play the song for him. And
Are you going to tell him about how he made it, or you just want him to hear it first?
No, there doesn't
it's an original.
It's original. There doesn't need to be a backstory. Just let him hear the song and make up an opinion for himself. And by the way, if you hear the song and you like it, or if you don't like it but you do like Christmas music, the Radio U Christmas in July channel up for a few more days. So go check that out.
And text if you just like the song.
Yeah. Well, some people, I know we're going to get a lot of people that are happy we're playing this. Capital Lights.
She just texted. She said, yay, thanks for playing it. I think that's a vote for yes. So listen to the lyrics, listen to the story.
Keep your headphones on.
And then tell us what you think.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The Worst of the Riot. Radio U.
So we've got Mr. News and Traffic. That's my new name I'm giving him. Is Isaiah, the producer. And that is his first time, as far as we know, hearing his favorite Christmas story.
By Capital Lights.
And everybody wants to know, what do you think about it?
I like it. I think it sounds good.
Oh, come
Hudson.
on. See, the problem is...
It's a good song.
It's like a Hallmark song, all made into it. But the guy who wrote it, he was at Epcot, I think, and he had 1 hour to write a song, and he came up with that.
And you can tell.
And people either really love it or they really hate it. Like, Dakota likes it, Adam likes it, Rebecca likes it. Everybody was super excited that we played it. And then there's the other people, like Hudson, who don't like it. But maybe because we've heard it so much more.
Yeah. Well, the more, Isaiah, the more you hear the song.
Don't make him hate it.
The more you find all of the holes in the story.
Of course.
Then just make it also very sad, even if it is supposed to be touching. It's more sad and pathetic than happy and
pathetic.
Heartwarming.
Well, Jason says, thank you. Now I'm crying. I mean, it really brings a lot of emotions. Paul says, I still like the song.
Oh.
I think you're a little bit hard towards it.
What? No, I'm not, because it doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't make sense?
Why are we so happy about this pathetic man who...
Oh, my goodness.
Do you hear him?
Who danced with a woman one time, couldn't move on with his life for 80 years. And then finally on his deathbed, he somehow magically gets to get reunited with the woman. And then, now she's left with the guy that she actually liked, possibly. and he's dead. So
now I know, like, I get what you're saying, but it is just a song, and there's only so much you can fit in there.
So what are the other details that I'm missing?
He needs to do a follow-up.
Is there
I don't even think they're a band anymore. So
his second favorite Christmas story.
There's something in the middle. We're missing something in the middle.
Yeah.
She ghosted him. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't have to know. It's just a part. You're along for the ride.
Yeah. There's a lot of mystery to the song.
Well, I'm glad everybody was excited. We played Capital Lights. I'm glad, Isaiah, everybody's excited to hear that you are not like Hudson.
I guess I'm getting replaced.
That's going to be my stick. Just not like Hudson. I'm not Hudson, okay?
I can't wait for you to fill in when Hudson's not in one day. It's like,
he can, when we do the Christmas channel, he can just have it. I'll send it out. I'll send it out.
You don't mind, but that could be the start of it. You got to be careful.
Don't say we didn't warn you. This is the worst of the riot.
I know how you feel about Peacock, but
the streaming service?
Yes, the streaming service, the NBC one.
I tried it. Like, we signed up that morning it came out, and it was just the free one.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything.
You couldn't find anything.
Well, I couldn't find anything.
That may be about to change. Apparently, I can't convince you to use the free version to watch The Munsters.
No.
But... Which, by the way, I just want to say I had a lot of tech support for that.
Oh, you did?
Lots of people said, yeah, I watched The Munsters too.
It's just some old show.
I guess maybe we have a lot of seniors listening to the show, or...
It's just people
people like me who are old at heart.
I think they want to just support you and show that you're
that's nice.
Not alone for watching these old classic shows.
Yeah, well, here's what you could watch on Peacock starting next month.
What is it?
Starting specifically August 9th, you could watch the entire John Wick trilogy. Hey!
I have it already.
Oh.
I bought them already.
So you're not going to sign up.
Supporting Keanu Reeves and John Wick. So.
Well, don't you want to support him even more?
No, he's not getting Peacock money. He's not getting that.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, they already had to pay to get those movies on. Mm-hmm. So whether you subscribe or not, John Wick
is going there.
Is going to get paid. Yeah.
So that's on August 9th. That's not enough. I thought they were supposed to do some sort of, was it a comic book to go with it or an animated show or something?
Yeah, I've heard about vaguely sounds familiar, the comic book, but I don't.
Remember, I like John Wick. I like the first one. I love the first one. I'm not saying the other two are most amazing things, so I don't think it's worth it.
I haven't seen the second or third yet.
Yeah.
So, but I'm assuming that this is the paid version of Peacock if you want to watch those, which I'm not going to do. But the free version, if they're on the free version, I may just wind up watching. But okay, fine. If that's not enough for you, maybe the other offerings coming to Peacock will be enough to convince you. How about these are all movies that are coming on August 1st.
Okay.
50 First Dates.
No.
Armageddon.
Nope.
Bad Boys 1 and 2.
Those aren't the worst, but no.
Coach Carter.
What's that?
It's like one of those inspirational sports movies.
Nope.
How about The Exorcist?
Oh, no. Pass.
The Fantastic Four from 2005.
Nope.
The entire 50 or the... How many 50 Shades of Grey movies are there?
Oh, pass.
There are at least 3 of them are on there. G.I. Joe: Rise of the Cobra.
Nope.
Land of the Lost, the Will Ferrell one.
No. What an awful list.
Come on.
I don't want to watch any of them. If you paid me to sit down and watch them, I don't even want to watch them.
This is the list of movies that they would play on USA Network during the day in 2008. And this is what's coming to Peacock.
We're just stuck on the the list of like what's coming to Netflix. Yeah. Well, this is the Peacock one.
There's hardly anything that's actually even original. It looks like the only Peacock original show is called Heart to Heart. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's Kevin Hart.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's one of his shows.
And that is, and then a show called X Rated, but it's like EX. Oh. So maybe it's not about porn or whatever.
It's maybe about past relationships.
Yeah, maybe a past relationship that has to do with porn, like a porn star. I don't know. Either way, it's not enough to get us to subscribe.
I don't like to watch movies a whole lot. Like I don't mind every so often.
When they're not like the good old movies, they're just the movies that were made several years ago. This again, it really just feels like this is what you would watch during the day with commercials 12 years ago. And
when you were home from school.
Yeah, the edited versions of the movies, and this is what Peacock is trying to get us excited about. And then 2 original shows that we don't care about. We don't even know what they are.
I'm sorry that we've not decided on something that will make us want to commit to joining Peacock.
It's not happening.
And if you have it, well, then that's great. I mean, we could always borrow your password and your login.
You can report back to us.
The riot isn't all bad, but this is the worst of the riot. Radio U.
You getting some Starbucks today? Seems that a lot of people are.
Even if they don't have stuff for you to get still.
They might still have shortages.
I went the other day and I haven't been there in a while. And basically the sign was like, just please bear with everybody. Because they still are, out of some stuff.
Sometimes the one I find myself at most, and I don't go to Starbucks very often, but I happen to have had a gift card for a while. So I've been using it, and I keep winding up at the one inside the Target. And there's like one employee, and they always seem so overwhelmed. Yeah, because the Target customers just keep on coming over.
That's right. And if you're not ready, if you don't have anybody else to help you, everything is short-staffed or just out of items.
Yeah, so what you will see is Starbucks sales are way, way up. They posted their highest ever quarterly revenues earlier this week. And they say it's due in part to more customers ordering custom drinks and a lot of cold beverages. 74% of their beverage sales are cold drinks now. And they also have a record number of people adding food to their orders. So basically, bigger orders, more customized orders, and more food is what's driving up all their sales. And between that and having a bit of a shortage of staff, the people that do work at Starbucks seem to be very upset.
Well, I know they're upset, but if you remember, like maybe a few months ago, there was that TikTok that went viral from the guy who ordered, or that girl that ordered that really crazy protein drink.
Yeah.
Remember? It was
7 bananas in it or something.
Everybody was like, Starbucks has bananas?
Yeah.
We didn't even know. And Starbucks was quick to say, because that TikTok and a lot of TikToks are made to kind of make fun of these elaborate orders that people are making. And Starbucks was pretty quick to come out after that one saying, nuh-uh, we love it. And they started firing a lot of people who would do that, because then that makes their customers hesitant to add things to their order.
That's right.
But Starbucks wants you to, because that means more money for them.
Yeah, and
even though the workers hate it, because then everything's so difficult.
And if you do this, if you notice anywhere, and I think it's become more apparent when you do it, like when you're ordering for yourself in an app, whether it's Starbucks or anywhere, when you make modifications to the menu items where you start adding stuff on, the upcharge for that is a lot more. Like, it doesn't equal out if you were to just add a banana to your Starbucks drink
7
instead of just getting a banana, or just getting as opposed to just getting the banana, or whatever it may be. They upcharge you a lot for those bananas and for everything else, and that is how they're making a lot of money now.
That, and we're ordering food, but they don't want you to be embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
They want you, because if I do any customization, I will use the app, because I get very anxious at the ordering area.
Yep, I don't understand that. Yep.
And I don't want to be made fun of later if I did something wrong, so I usually will just...
By who? The barista?
You don't want to be a TikTok down the road, do you?
If it means I get a lot of followers, sure.
No, you always just get made fun of.
I'll take it.
But, Starbucks, again.
I'll clap back is what I'll do.
You'll make your own TikTok.
Yeah, I will. I'll shame the barista.
Starbucks is totally fine with everybody doing that, because that makes them way more money than if we just bought a drink already the normal way it is.
Yeah, and I think Starbucks would like to say to the baristas, maybe if you'd stop spending so much time making TikToks of the orders and just made the orders, it wouldn't inconvenience you so much.
It wouldn't be a problem. There's your clap back right there.
Yes, that is. So baristas, don't get upset with me when I add 18 pumps of syrup and 4 squirts of whipped cream.
Because it's a bad day. Don't say anything about it.
Right. Or you're going to wind up on my TikTok.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Now, there's a question I've been meaning to ask Nikki. It keeps plaguing my mind, but I keep forgetting to ask it during the show.
Is this keeping you up at night?
It is, because on Monday, we talked about, and you can see the picture on the Radio U Riot Facebook page and on the Radio U Twitter, Nikki got a new cat.
I did. Over the weekend, I got a new kitten.
Yes, she went on a long road trip.
8 weeks old, 9 weeks old.
Oh, wow. That's a kitten, all right.
It's tiny, a little fluff ball.
And we didn't know what she was going to name it. She was asking for names and stuff like that. And I haven't found out
what the name is.
Everybody's dying to know what you wound up naming your new little kitty.
It's a ragdoll Himalayan. So
that's what it is.
He's very fluffy, and he's got like those really piercing blue eyes.
Yes.
So you guys came up with a lot of really amazing names. Normally, though, all my pets have like a dessert candy bar theme. But I was ready to branch out if needed.
Okay.
And I really liked, someone had said like kiwi. I was really up on like coconut. We were talking about blackberry.
Yeah.
Like fruits, apparently.
It kind of sounds like you're naming it like an Android update.
An operating system update. So there were a lot of good names that you guys came up with, but I landed on a dessert name, and he is called Mochi.
Mochi.
Mochi, which is a Japanese dessert. A little glutinous thing.
What did you just call it?
Glutinous.
Glutinous. What is that?
I don't know.
Is that the muscles in your butt?
I'm close. I mean, I guess. Now just think that you always add the best to everything, don't you?
Yeah,
You're such a talent. No, it's like you'll have to Google it. It's delicious, but it is not everybody's favorite.
Is that the ones that are like really colorful? Yeah, like powdery, is that what that is? That's what that is?
Yeah.
They have the big coolers of them in the grocery store, at my grocery store anyways, in the middle of like where all of the, it's right beside where all the produce is. And I look at it and I was like, who eats this stuff?
Yeah,
and I guess it's you.
That's it. They're usually, it's like sweet rice pounded into flour, and then they steam it, and it's got stuff in it.
And then it's cold? Is it like ice cream, served like ice cream, but not?
No, but you can get ice cream put in it.
Yeah.
But it's like
I think I've had that.
The wrapping
and
around
I hated it.
Okay, great. Great. Well, don't hate my cat.
No, I know. So wait, what do you call him for short? Is it going to be like Mo for short?
Oh, no, I'm going to yell Mochi.
Just Mochi?
Full Mochi.
Mochi.
That's right. Come on,
You get
Mochi.
in here.
Don't do that.
Get in here right now.
So far, he's been great. I mean, he's a tiny little cat, so I was just afraid. He'll get to be like normal cat size, but I was afraid I would lose him somewhere.
There is no normal. Well, every cat is normal.
Like 12
size.
or 15 pounds.
Okay.
But right now he's super small.
Well, that's so sweet.
Yeah, so that's what we went with.
I think I'm glad to hear it. And I just wish you named it after a food that I liked. But that's okay.
Sorry.
It's your cat.
Every time you see my cat, you're just going to call it whatever you want. You're like, I'm not agreeing with that
I'm going to call it something I like. Actually, we had in my family a cat that he lived in, this is when I still lived in Maryland with my parents and whatever. He never had a real name, even though he lived in our house and everything, because everybody called him something different.
Aww.
I called him Nibbler.
Yeah.
Because of the pet in Futurama. For some reason, Futurama just keeps coming up.
That's the only show you like,
yeah,
isn't it?
It is. At least at that time, maybe. But other people, one of my brothers called him Carl.
Oh, your poor cat was like, why does everybody call me something different?
He had an identity crisis, I think. My dad called him Pepper. And nobody ever agreed. So
you don't have
never
to.
had a name. He never had a real name.
Well, he did. He just had a bunch.
Exactly.
It's like when you have 2 or 3 middle names.
Yeah.
And your mom gets mad at you and uses them all.
Worst of the Riot podcast.
I just had an issue a few minutes ago, and I'm glad that I'm not crazy. I went to the bathroom.
I was worried.
I went to the bathroom here, and I thought, as soon as you walked in, you could smell a sweetness in the air. And I was like, do we have a new air freshener?
In the
Is
boys'
there a new
bathroom?
Yeah. Is there a new soap? And it took me a second, but I was able to place exactly what the smell smelled like to me, and that was Lucky Charms marshmallows.
So like cereal milk?
Yeah. Well, it was very sweet, very distinct, and very sugary. And I thought, why does it smell like this in here? And I checked, and there was no candles. The air freshener is the same, and it was a different scent. The soap is the same it's always been.
I told him I was worried because with COVID, you lose your sense of smell. But it was like, what does he have if he smells
What if
this?
I have a different disease
You do?
that makes me smell Lucky Charms marshmallows? But then I asked Isaiah, I said, he had a coffee from Tim Hortons this morning.
Yeah.
And not very good coffee either.
Yeah. Well, exactly, because You dumped it down the toilet? Is that right?
See, I wanted to like get rid of it in like a stealthy way. Show a little character, make it look like I like got all the way through it.
So is that why you didn't put it down the sink?
That's why I put it in the urinal. I was like, you know what? I'll just pour
urinal.
I put it down here, and no one will know. I'll throw it away. I'll come back and be like, oh my gosh, he powered through that coffee he was complaining about. He's showing
really
some good character.
Yeah.
But Hudson's knows a little bit too strong, I guess.
I'm on to you.
You can tell.
You cannot put anything past me. I'm going to find out about it, and we're going to talk about it on the show.
Had it been in the female restroom, it probably would have blended in a little better.
Yeah,
it smells
maybe.
nicer
smell.
theirs anyways.
But walking into the men's restroom and a sweet smell like that, 0% chance
You
that's
should have
natural.
sprayed the air freshener to cover it up, and then people would have just thought you had a really bad situation.
I don't think you want to draw attention to anything, but maybe you should just use the toilet, so then it just really would have gone down there.
Or the sink in the kitchen, because then it would have in the kitchen it wouldn't have seemed so out of place. It would be like, why does it smell sweet? Well, it could be the zebra cakes, it could be the oatmeal cream pies, it could be
down the sink.
Yeah,
but in the men's bathroom, stuck out like a sore thumb.
It actually totally did.
Next time I see Isaiah just walk outside, he's just putting it in the mulch out front.
Yep.
Just putting it out there. Listen,
why are these plants growing so well?
I know you found like this miracle thing. I promise, Isaiah, he's not going to notice everything that you do. That's different.
I hope not.
Because so far he's caught on to everything.
I've caught on to a lot. But the sad thing is, this is where it really gets bad. Now that I know that it's your coffee and that you dumped it down the toilet, I was like, actually, that smells pretty good.
You would have drank it.
I think I should go get some from Tim Hortons. We talked before how we see stuff in the garbage that makes us want to eat.
Oh no!
Don't say that out loud.
Oh
again.
no!
Don't say that. It just makes you think, I want that for dinner tonight.
Now, taking it one step further, even worse. Smelling the urinal coffee made me really want to go get some coffee from Tim Hortons.
You need to go to Tim Hortons and say, there was a guy this morning, had no idea what he was doing. I want to get what he got.
Yeah, whatever it was that he got. He dumped it down the urinal just to let you know.
Don't need to share the whole story when you go through, okay?
I don't want to make the Tim Hortons barista feel bad.
You just want to make all of us awkward with it.
Yep.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
Do you think you could walk it in Crocs?
No,
Why not? It'd be so comfortable.
I think people say that like as if you're just standing and working all day, but maybe not if you're running or walking in a race.
What if they were though Space Jam Crocs?
I think that's even worse.
You think so?
I really don't like Space Jam.
Come on.
I think maybe watched part of the old one.
Yeah.
But like I don't like advertising at me.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody keeps saying that Space Jam was made to just sell advertisement, not because they love the movie. It's just not really a good one.
I heard a recent review from somebody I trust that said the first hour of the movie is just a commercial for LeBron. And
is it?
Yeah,
See,
basically.
And I don't really care for LeBron James as much. So.
Yeah, I know. So, I mean, I don't mind LeBron, and I like him as a basketball player, but
these are ugly.
I'm not in for his commercial of a movie.
Dude, they made Crocs look even worse.
Yeah, they did. Well, there's now limited edition available today through Foot Locker, Foot Locker Kids, Foot Locker Canada Champs, and Foot Action. You can get limited edition Space Jam Crocs. They have two different versions of them. They've got one where it's like the jerseys, like the uniforms you see in the commercials and stuff that you see LeBron and the Tunes wearing, and it has the little, what do you call the little charms?
The gibbets.
I was going to say giblets, so I was
that's
close.
In a turkey.
Okay.
I think gibbets.
Gibbets?
Now you've confused me. Yes, I think it's gibbets, isn't it, guys?
The gibbets?
Yeah, the little charm things that attach to the
you would
holes.
know. You would know. So it's they've got a Toon Squad and then a basketball giblet, and then on the other pair of shoes,
Gibbet.
They also have a Toon Squad. It's a different color scheme, but they've also got the Toon Squad and the basketball giblet, and then I'm
not even going to correct you anymore.
They've got the, it looks like it's all computerized, like the Matrix or something, but it's different colors.
Yeah,
and apparently that's something from the movie as well, the Serververse.
Like a server galaxy, sort of. That one looks better than the other one because it has, the strap that you can wear with your Crocs. It makes it look like it's the orange of a basketball.
Yeah, it's kind of obnoxious.
You have to have a certain style if you're going to wear these.
Or a lack of style.
No, I think if you wear Crocs, like I've seen some people that can really pull them off.
Yeah.
But I think most of us just have more normal ones. This is a special collection.
You're calling attention to your Crocs right here.
You want people to know that you have these.
These are, you may be wondering, as like I thought at first, oh, for kids? Oh, yeah, but also for adults.
The Space Jam Collector's Edition Crocs.
And just wait until you hear the price. Just take a guess.
$150.
Oh, okay. That's good that you're overshooting it.
Oh, is it not that bad?
It's actually $85.
That's how I play ball.
It's $85 for a pair.
85?
Yeah.
It could be worse.
I guess I thought part of Crocs is that they're not so expensive.
Oh, no, they can be. And especially when you add all the charms and stuff.
Well, we talked earlier about how, not today, but previously, that Crocs is suing Walmart and a bunch of other places that were selling $10 knockoff Crocs. And because part of that is because Crocs doesn't want you to know how cheap they are to make. So these really, they could sell them for $5.
This is all licensing money.
Yeah,
that's what you're paying for.
Extra $35 is going right to LeBron for him to make more movies.
And the Toon Squad.
It's Matt Carney. It is The Riot.
I've been lost on the trail with the West.
The worst of The Riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.